The cinematic
And
moment.
we are okay. I see. Right. Yeah. It's better, I think, if you get started.
Because I'm a middleman, right?
You're the middleman. You're actually the edge man right now.
Yeah. So here are two incredible people. My friends, Tom Wilson, Azamat. We got to choose one. You don't mind it, man?
Yeah.
Alright, you got it. How do you know that? It's
Yeah.
students, right?
You probably talk about all the time.
But surely you don't know my surname.
No.
Do you want to guess? No.
Take a blind guess. Maybe.
Yeah, you sound it. You sound very.
Yeah, it's Sharp. Marcus Sharp.
Yes.
Sharp.
Because I am sharp.
Yeah.
You know it well.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah.
Yeah.
This was introduction, right? So,
We
how are
need
you
to name the stages. Yeah, how are you today? That's a good question.
Great things. What about you?
No, not bad. I didn't wait quick respond with a question. I wanted you to describe your day. How was it, and how are you tired now?
Well,
Yeah, this kind of stuff, so that we could warm up, right?
so well, yeah. I'm not really into talking about emotions. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really prone to talking about my emotions. That's why it comes naturally to me, basically.
That's good. That's good. You gotta be in the mood, right, to talk.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really, but basically, I have to. I mean, I cannot even talk about my mood to my friends.
Oh, alright.
Cannot
So
really
you
express-
don't want to look weak.
It's not about
Is
that.
it? Is it?
It's just a personality.
Oh, I'm tired.
He's a matter of fact person. My brother's like that.
I'm just joking. Are you under pressure, kind of?
No.
But we were for the first time.
So yeah, this is still kind of the first time. You have you ever done any podcasts or stuff like this before?
Not really. But I've been shot to the camera, so I'm not really afraid of being shot to the camera. That's why. I believe, yeah.
So if you introduced him, like what are the three most important things about Azamat that you would say to strangers?
That's a good question.
And then we're gonna question him about all those things.
Oh. Busy man.
Okay. One.
Hardworking.
Okay. Okay. Quicker. One more.
Oh, I don't know you well actually.
I don't know you well, free. Let's start.
Yeah,
Busy. You're a. He said Marcus told me that you're a manager. You run this place.
Yeah.
So for the people who are watching, what kind of establishment is this?
Yeah, that's education center. We specialize in more like standardized tests, so we teach English and math here.
Right. And you are you the owner or the
Yes.
manager?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah, sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. So, do you take any days off?
I try to.
Try to.
Well, till now, my attempts were unsuccessful. I'd say.
Right.
Yeah, we actually took.
Yeah. Like this month actually.
Yeah, this month, yeah.
Oh, the mountain.
So
Yeah.
look, brother, what makes you like to feel? I mean, so like to what keeps you so busy? Like you are. It's fine. It's hard for you to find day offs in your calendar.
Well,
Students or
yeah, all this stuff I would say. Well, you have to juggle with multiple responsibilities, given this, well, saturated market, I would say. In this world, as an economist who has graduated already, I would say that there should be, because there is supply, we should meet the supply, basically. I mean, this demand, I'm sorry, right? So yeah, because there is a demand for something, we have to meet this with supply.
So then, not your students, it's responsibilities which keeps you busy, I guess, from your answer, right?
Yeah,
Like your students are okay if you don't have morning class, I guess. I know you do morning
Yes.
classes, and you still have it because you wanna have your students do well.
yeah. Basically, if I would say that as a teacher, then that's our responsibility to show how this hard working really looks like. When we are really into our work, then our students will probably realize, although subconsciously, they will realize this, that if we struggle, I'm not really struggle, if we like work hard, we grind, and we show this dedication, then they will probably show the same level of responsibility toward their commitments.
It's more than being a teacher, right? It's like a mentor. in
Mentor.
Perspective, from
Yeah.
lifestyle perspective.
But basically, I see my students as my brothers, and then, well, even if it's like real life stuff, they can approach me and we can talk about different stuff.
I see.
Now, I want to break down this responsibility thing. What takes up most of your time? Not teaching, surely.
Well, I would say, although I cannot show all the emotions that I have, I mean, that's actually the responsibility that is really dead weight loss, you know? Well, basically, when you have to juggle up with your family, with your spouse, with your, let's say, students, with your partners, with your colleagues, and even friends with whom I really rarely see, basically.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of what keeps me up.
Right. You've been, were you a teacher before you started your business?
Yeah.
What made you decide to start a business as a teacher? Because I'm a teacher, but he's a teacher.
Well, actually, it was not my own initiative. Well, we started with 6 of my friends.
Wow, that's a lot of people to start
We
one
need-
business.
we need
But-
more.
But I highly suggest against this, given that, well, life happens. So life happens not to us, but for us. So this means that we had to see these changes. I mean, a lot of my friends, all of them basically, left this business. I mean, that's why I had to go on by myself.
So you were the only one out of the original 6
Yeah.
who's still here. What were the reasons to leave?
Simple stuff. The first one left even within the first week. The reason was probably because we didn't get any profit in the first week.
God damn, of course.
Which happens,
man.
which should happen.
Yeah, but-
position.
But still, we'll have to understand that we live in this world where everything can happen. So yeah,
Things take time, right?
For
Like
sure.
business, especially, like you said, I like that saturated market, right? That's what an economist would say. Yeah, it's really hard to break into it and make a profit, right?
yeah, especially in this, as you've mentioned already, saturated market, because I've seen a lot of people. I'm an acquaintance with the Niners. I mean, who got announced 9, and they have the audience of more than like 50K, but still they try to open their own business, and basically because this market is already taken by these giants like Cambridge and Internation, and they basically eat up all the 98% of the business, so we're left with 2%. Well, even those people were unable to continue their business, so they had to shut down their business within 6 months and 8 months. That's why a lot of people approached me asking whether they should open their education center, and I said, well, find a different job. Well, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely that you're gonna thrive as a business, but as a teacher, for sure. But as a business, it's not really worth it. it's not really worth it. It's not the worth effort. It's not worth this sleepless night. It's not worth like the loss of the relationship that you have with your family,
Yeah.
friends, spouses, and so on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that sounds
You
scary.
made us
Because
embracing our
that's
ways in our life.
That's the reality. I mean, because as a teacher, a person can basically provide for his family and support all of his expenses that
Yeah.
he or she might have. But when they decide to open their business, in this again saturated market where all the competition happens, and within like 2 or 3 years, it is possible that well, all the education centers, most of them, will just die out.
Because of ChatGPT?
Not ChatGPT. No. It's never the competition. Because as teachers, I mean, this is like service, and ChatGPT is not the best robot yet. Maybe it will become, but it's not yet the best engine or humanoid robot that can replace humans in work that they are doing. For example, teaching and this stuff will never be replaced. The thing that I can see now is that within like 2 or 3 years, we will only have this big educational centers that promote their designs, that promote their, let's say, high quality education.
Right, yeah.
But because, not because they are better, but because they are better sponsored.
Yeah.
And what kept you here? I mean, you was the one who left out of 6. What
Yeah.
kept you here?
Yeah, it was because, well,
That's a good question because from what you said, it sounds like a really hard work, a terrible thing to start.
So you shouldn't have,
Nothing.
as I understand, you shouldn't have made a like comfortable life within at least 2 years to keep this place alive in the business. My guess. And like, why are you still here? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I've thought of quitting a lot. I mean, really a lot even now, because these expenses are not really worth it. I mean, all the toil and sweat that you have is not worth what you're giving to people. They will go and they will forget you within like 2 seconds. Basically, they will find a new teacher or they will find a new mentor, but then it will not take a lot for sure. But to be honest, it was all the things that I've already done because, well, keeping it alive was, it is still the decision on hold, I would say. You know what I mean. And I really try to flourish this place with all the educated minds that we might have. But for that, I would really need a strong team. Not just a team, but like brothers who can carry the same weight of responsibility.
So quick recap, you're still here because you have hopes that you might put together a good team, but
Yes.
not only hopes, but also
Ambitions.
you think that it's a real possibility that you might be able to pull it off.
Yes, because we are already in the market. But I mean, again, if we come back to those Niners or even really famous people, I would probably even name one of them. For example, we have Teacher Azam, who is really popular, and I believe most of you know him.
Yeah.
And he started his own education center. He's just a neighbor of mine, but he's a good guy. But he had difficulties opening his own education center, and I believe he closed it down.
Oh,
Close
that's
down.
when he
Yeah.
transferred to an online.
Yeah, they got
school.
apps, right? Which is like making fortune, right? I mean, his online apps. One of my friends who works for him, and he's a sales guy, and they are selling just apps. And but the most significant part is they always update their application with some like entertainment things, so that people are still interested in those their interests. And one more thing, I got one question to ask, and can I ask it?
No, you
I don't feel better. One second. All right, yeah. Like you said, like Internation and Cambridge. What kind of place should be open, and what kind of business should be set up to beat those guys? Like you think, really? I mean, the place which are funded like very well. You think this kind of like place could beat them up?
No, you cannot beat them.
Right?
No, you cannot beat them. That's my answer. Yeah, you cannot beat them. Yeah. Because we live in the real life, and International is built on conglomeration of many businesses, and a lot of people just pour money into the investment, and you cannot, even if you're like billionaire, you cannot just keep up with them, because it's not just one person who's controlling it, it's multiple businesses, conglomeration. I mean, there's a lot of businesses coming up
So
together.
it's not only about like this precious stuff, like their design, interiors, etc.
They have this
It's
because
not,
they
it's not
have.
just that.
No, yeah. You cannot beat them.
Mhm. I mean, even if you do it, it's gonna take a long time, right?
Not so.
It's gonna take a couple of lifetimes.
Yeah, because as I've mentioned already, that's like multiple conglomerations, even from Turkey. They're just coming together and they're just pouring money into the investment, even if it's like loss for them, because they already have another source of income, another stream of income, and by the time a lot of people realize it, it will take a lot. And if we now don't become like at least half well known as they are, it's probable that we will just lose what we have.
Right. How long have you been in this business? Did I ask that? I have
3 years.
3 years now. That's 3 years experience talking, right? Everything you said.
Yes.
Did you have any other business experience before this?
No, I worked as a teacher, and I worked as a loader. I worked as an accountant, and I worked in the logistics.
When did you start? You're 21. When did you start working?
Well, basically working as a loader, it's
No, I don't.
loader, cruise ship.
Yeah. I mean, it was that simple word.
Yeah, get low. Come on, you
Yeah.
come from logistics.
Loader, I mean, no, I didn't
He carried.
work.
He
Yeah,
carried
I
the
actually,
load.
I carried.
Who's gonna carry the load? You, buddy.
Yeah, at that time I was like 13 years old, I believe.
Wow. Yeah.
That's pretty.
So I was right when I told about the hardworking guy.
Did you want to get a job or did you have to get a job at 13?
No, I believe it was just, well, I was always the guy who didn't just want to waste his time. That's it.
How you got this approach towards like not wasting your time? I tell you, like I was a waster of my life. If I say, and how you got this mindset from 13 when you started?
It's
Well,
definitely
you-
not something you can teach. It's got to come from someone in the family, you know?
Yeah, well, it of course runs in my family. My grandfather, the father of my father, passed away when my father was 5 years old. He was the eldest son, and he had to carry all the weight. And I believe it comes down from him. And not only that,
they say, right?
for sure. I mean, a lot of people just
Yeah.
underestimate the importance of this genetics people will have and will pass on. Even in the gym, if you go to the gym, genetics really matter. A lot of people just say, well, if you go and have diet and you train 3 days a week, you're gonna be a beast after 3 years. But to be honest, genetics matter.
If you have poor genes, good luck, man. Seriously, yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. 20, 21.
So you still didn't like give me concrete answer. Like you think it's genetics? You think like
No, all of that mixed up, and I was always the guy who was the first in the class. I mean, yeah. I didn't want. I hated it when I lagged behind because I didn't lag behind, to be honest. well, I was always the first one in mathematics, in Russian, in history, in all the subjects.
Did
You
your
speak
parents
Russian
do
too?
well at school?
Yeah, I actually studied in Russian school.
Ah.
Did your parents do well at school, or it was
Yeah.
you who wanted it?
Well, basically, if I have to compare myself with my brother, because we're both from one family and we have one like line of genetics, although they're mixed up, still, I would say that I still played some role in it. Well, if I have to compare it with my brother, he was not that good in all the subjects that we had, for example.
No, he didn't have the kind of determination that you had.
Yeah. Although, for example, it took him less time. For example, let's say we had to learn the poem. It took me like hundreds, like minutes,
Yeah.
repetitions, whatever, and I had to go to my mother. And I can still clearly and vividly remember that moment when I had to go to my mother in the brochure, and she said, "No, go and repeat it again." So I went back, crying in all tears, and I went back, and I was just crying and just hating this poem. But it took my brother like 2 repetitions only, for example, to learn all this stuff. He has the capability to do it in a faster way, but I believe I've built the same capability within the years following.
So hard work beats talent, then, right? Just this is working, is you.
Not always.
I
not
mean,
always,
I
not always.
see you are much like much more educated than your brother and like hard worker. All due respect to Hacıgar, of course. Hacıgar is first.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about your elder brother.
Yes.
You have 2 brothers, right?
No,
With
3.
with
3.
Urgay and Hacıgar.
And one more.
4 boys.
Yeah, 4 boys in fact.
Yeah, no girls.
No girls.
Did you ever have a sister?
Oh, not really.
So you guys just shared the housework then?
Yeah, we used to.
And one goes do the washing out, and the
Oh,
other
that's
goes.
right. Yeah, I was the one who was washing.
Yeah, right.
So your parents were strict, I guess.
Yeah, to some extent.
Poems or
To some extent.
Hey, I'm interested in something personal. I mean, not. Okay, here's what I mean. Like, I got married at 22,
Mm-hmm.
and I still consider it to be too early, right? And you just said before we started rolling that you got married at 21.
20.
At 20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're 21 now. Yeah.
You're 21 now?
Yeah.
At 20. Well, could you explain the rationale behind the decision to get married at 20? Like, was it a conscious decision? Or
Yeah, so this conscious decision. I would say, yeah,
By-
for sure.
Oh yeah,
You,
for
yes.
you. There has to be some math involved in this.
For sure.
Yeah, could you explain that?
You should weigh all the benefits and costs.
Uh-huh.
And well, again, as an economist, I have to say this one.
Doesn't make economical sense.
Yeah.
You're giving touchy topics. Does marriage from the younger years outweigh benefits?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, I don't want to sound religious here, but yeah, there is a concept of risk in what we do, basically. And when one is married, the risk of his spouse will just be compounded.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a big thing in our culture, right?
Not culture, but basically that's the reality, I would say.
Right.
That was the benefit that really pushed me. Not just because the risk, but I didn't want to really waste my time again to this false relationship that a lot of people are falling into now.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of my friends just breaking up. And
breaking up with their girlfriends.
yeah, and I was just, well, conscious about my decisions. Well, yeah, I was afraid a bit, but still,
It's a big decision.
yeah, that's like milestone in my life. That's why we had to basically think over everything that might happen.
So would I be right if I guess that you chose your future spouse based on the criteria that she would match you as a person and your family, rather than
Just falling in love.
falling in love and
Being emotional.
I'm sure there must be love
No,
involved,
she-
because if you don't
I
love the
think
person,
you
how
just
can
chosen like according to your criteria first of all, right? Like,
Yeah, what was
you
your
should
choice
rely
based
on logic more than emotion, I
Mm.
guess, right?
Well, both things involved, I would say.
So, looking aside, I mean, looking at you from the side, I see like a perfect man, perfect guy. Do you think you have like negative sides in terms of like personality or the things that you did to maybe yourself or to someone like like
The things that you did to me.
all now.
What did I do to you?
I mean, for example, I told you like I was a waster. I told you with my life. I see like I can vividly recall the memories that I could have done better, that I could choose the best option, but I didn't. And it's kind of regret. Is this question kind of related to regret? Do you have a big regret, let's say, or negative sides that you dislike, that you don't want to have, or didn't want to have, and you just gave up? All of this stuff. Does my question sound logical?
Yeah, it is logical.
Okay, it's too long, but yeah, it makes
We,
sense.
we could get this meaning from it. So basically, did I do something wrong?
No,
When did I treat you?
no. It's not about me. It's not about me.
No,
We work together. It's my marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I would say so.
And let's talk about regret, right? Do you have a
You can't be that good. Come on.
Yeah.
Know what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Too good to be true. No, I mean like.
Well, yeah.
In the positive me, I'm asking
Yeah,
for
I got it.
don't want. Yeah,
So basically, everyone has their own regrets sometimes in their lives, and well, so do I. And I can surely remember that. Well, I started learning and memorizing Quran, and yeah, and I learned some of it by heart. But the thing is, I still regret because now I have all these responsibilities that we've discussed so far. I cannot really dedicate my time to it.
So look. So,
Go ahead.
like you are like quite religious guy, as I know. You got like 8.5 from us. Very good point, I guess, from SAT. And you are 21 only. And how you have this kind of incredible achievements? I think you don't have. Maybe you may not have answer. It just happened, right? You were on the right path, and the things just happened when you were in the right way. So I just answered to it. I mean, the achievements are unbelievable, according to your age, honestly.
Okay.
From my perspective, like.
How old are you? Maybe you should tell me.
Me?
Yeah, I'll be
Oh.
honest. He's 21. I'm 31. You're damn, I'm 10 years old. God, you are
28.
28.
Yeah.
Could you say anything? What? All
Like
that?
we are really like thinking deeply. What did I do with my life? Yeah, it's not the right time to see, bro. You gotta talk. Come back when the podcast. I guess you did drops. It's your drops. Yeah. So back to the question.
What was the question?
How is this happening? Like so much achievement. Oh, by the way, recently I've heard that you teach in like Westminster YSU.
Yes.
My God.
You're officially employed there?
That's.
Oh, by the way, what university did you go to?
Westminster. I got into scholarship there. I was the first one to get into this scholarship. Basically, well, they only get 30 students out of 2,000 students into scholarship, I was the first one to enter, and the difference, frankly speaking, the difference between the first place and mine was just 1 point.
Yeah, that's crazy competition.
So look,
That's
it
a
means
fierce
out of 30 you was the fifth one,
Yes.
and your score were
Was.
much better than the 30s, right? You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
on, the,
yeah.
on the high, like
Yes.
on the peak, like top 5
Yeah.
out of 2,000 seats, 3,000?
2,000 students.
2,000
Applied.
plus,
No.
right?
These are accepted students. 2,000 accepted students.
Oh,
I don't know how many applied.
my God,
Wow,
that's,
that's a lot.
that's- so we are sitting like with a how can I say, like unusual, unique guys. So just bear in mind.
Bear in mind. I mean, that's the reason we're here.
Yes, that's the reason you're here, brother.
We're interviewing
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah. Then was it still rolling?
It is.
Yeah. Like, how many hours we talk so much about work?
Yeah, it's too much about work, too much about personal life. Workout, we focus on general topics such as.
Such as, you think about the general topic, I have one more question.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Related to work.
Yeah,
How
dig
many
into-
hours do you work every day?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
A lot.
Every possible hour.
Oh, wow.
Well, basically, I can physically work.
Could you walk us through your typical day, like from getting up to going to bed?
Well, I get up at 5 a.m. I try to, and I pray. So I barely have breakfast. I mean, I might have it on Sundays. Yeah, I had it yesterday, basically.
Wow. Because you don't feel like it, or you don't have time for it?
I don't know why, but yeah,
Just happen, probably.
yeah, just
No.
yeah. I want to have the breakfast, but I cannot have it. I don't know the reasons.
Okay,
For
well,
some
yeah,
reason.
no.
Then I
AM,
have
breakfast.
at 7 a.m. we have this morning session with our students. Then at 9
7
a.m.
a.m. you're at work. Before, alright.
We have morning sessions, and then at 9 a.m. we have the lesson itself. After it, I do have some students who are preparing for this national certificate for math. I believe you've
There's a
heard it.
certificate for math? I know it's
Yes.
Zephyr.
Safer in terms of math, I guess.
Yes, it's quite difficult one probably, but I've also passed it like in May this year,
Right.
and I got A, which is the highest.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, you tried yourself, right?
Yeah, I just tried myself and I got A. It was the first attempt ever. I didn't actually prepare for it.
Whoa.
Yeah. That is impressive.
And then at when I tried to allocate some time to creating the system for this education center, where everyone will probably be working in a systematic way. That's the most difficult part. And then at 2:30 I do have math classes, but most of them have already taken their exams and they are already studying at universities.
Wow.
Most of them are at Westminster again.
Yeah.
And actually, I have to point this out. This year, we have incredible results. Two of my students are hopefully getting into scholarship. One of them is Diora, you know her. They are probably getting into scholarship. They passed their scholarship exam like last week, and the results will be announced hopefully this week or next one. And then at 4, I start from this week. I started having SAT classes from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m.
Whoa, 4 hours.
4 hours of math in English.
SAT is both English and math. So basically, that's an American, exam that a lot of people have to take it just to go abroad and study there.
So 4 hours non-stop?
There have to be breaks.
I give them 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's very kind.
What about you? How many minutes
And
do
then-
you give yourself?
No, I don't give myself, but basically during the SAT, I mean, the English part is much more difficult than IELTS. IELTS readings are nothing compared to SAT readings, really. That's actually what I wanted to ask you. not now, but well,
You can ask me.
not during the interview, but still. The thing is, well, whether you wanted to prepare for SAT as well, once you finish your IELTS, because that's actually getting more popular, and people are recognizing the certificate in Uzbekistan as well.
Oh,
Can
so
you
they
do
don't
just
have
the
to.
English component, not the math? Like if you're really good at English, like I'm terrible at math, but good at English. You could, huh?
But
That's
still,
a
you
really
should-
niche market, possible.
But it will be difficult because a lot of people just come for both.
So it means like some like universities just require SAT.
No.
They don't need IELTS.
Well, basically in the US you don't need that.
But ours they don't have this kind of system yet.
Yeah, but they
it's
are.
gonna happen sooner or later, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why like study for IELTS when you have just SAT? And
SAT is
get
much more
your
difficult.
place from your
Because it's for native speakers of English,
Yes.
right? It's not for international
I
students.
see, I see, I see. So what's the maximum by the way?
1600.
1600.
800 each.
Yes.
Math and English.
All right. It consists of.
Hey, you didn't mention lunch. Like you don't have lunch
He
either.
didn't mention breakfast.
Well, yeah, breakfast. You said that.
No, okay. You said you don't eat. So you eat in the afternoon. You don't eat nothing in the morning. And you speak
Like most of the
constant,
time.
like constantly. You speak during lessons. How do you have your energy from the morning if you don't eat?
I don't know.
It should be kind of like spiritual.
I don't know.
So no lunch. You have lunch. You don't have lunch? Don't tell me you don't have lunch.
I barely have.
Where do you eat as well?
Well, have you seen? I mean, I sometimes try to sneak in sometimes, but well, it rarely happens. Well,
What's the main meal of the day for you, if there is one?
if there is one,
If
if there is one, that was a good point.
God, you reminded me of this scene in Kung Fu Panda where they talk about the Dragon Warrior. And it's like they say the Dragon Warrior is able to what exist on I don't know sunshine and a drop of water or something. Like a Dragon Warrior.
So,
Wow.
of course, you have dinner, right? At least at home.
I tried to again because a lot of, I mean, most of my family members are already asleep when I go home.
How about snacks? You have snacks?
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of things do you have for snacks? Drinks?
Yeah, drinks, beverages, that's it.
Do you work out?
He asked because
I
like
do work out.
he asked, you do work out. When
How do you work out without food, man?
No, when do you work out? This is the most important question. Then
Yeah,
food.
there's no time left.
When?
Yeah.
When you find time.
Well, sometimes after the work, I just I purchase this annual membership to the gym.
One
One fit?
No, I used to go through. I used to use it like a year ago, but I didn't really like it. So I purchased a membership to Buka Fit.
Oh, right. So you go to book up to the work, then you go home, eat, sleep, and still wake up at 5?
I try to. So basically, sometimes I try to sneak in to the gym when I have some free hours. Well, basically in the
During the day.
afternoon,
Ah.
maybe right.
How long does it take to train for you?
Ideally, an hour, or in a worst case, it will take more.
Yeah.
Why am I saying in the worst case? Because for ideal, you should try to maximize your all the potential that you have and put all the effort within this 45 minutes. And the remaining will be just again, if you go back to economy, there is this concept of diminishing margins, the law of diminishing margins, which means every extra hour will actually be, or extra minute, extra hour, or extra session of workout will actually be detrimental to what you're doing. So it will be preventing your muscle building process.
45 is the
Ideal. Yeah, if you have to watch, if you're really interested in gym, I highly suggest that you follow no one other than like Mike Metzer, who used to be alive. He passed away.
Oh,
One of the
guy
bald,
from the US.
bald guy. From
Yeah.
No, I mean black one.
Is he
Oh,
bald
no.
actually? Let's be frank.
No. This is Dr. Mike Israel.
Mike something, yeah.
Israel. He is a scientific based, like, how do we call it? Doctor? Right. He is a doctor actually, who specializes in exercising. He is Dr. Mike Israel. But Mike Merzel was a bodybuilder himself, and he tried to train in a way that was scientific. He used to have this high intensity workouts where he would probably go work out.
I watched this just 1 or 2 reps with high
Okay.
weights.
Yeah.
That was a video I
Black
watched.
one?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Was he black?
No,
No,
with
it's not
mustache.
black. There's a mustache, definitely, I remember. So, like, how many parts do you work on? Like
2 parts.
2 parts, right?
Yeah.
Still, 2 parts in 45 minutes.
No, not 45. It's still difficult for me to train in 45 minutes. That's why it's taking up to an hour.
1 hour.
Right.
And we're breaking down your day, and this feels good.
Yes, this is very good.
How much sleep do you get?
I don't know.
You don't get regular hours, do you? Depends on your workload.
At least half of regular hours, 4 hours do you have it?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. I'm a sleepy guy.
Sleepy guy. Who wakes up at 5?
I mean, you gotta get your energy somewhere if you don't. You should probably
definitely
7, 8
yeah,
hours.
it is.
Yeah, I would die if I.
It is fatal for us. I'm telling you, for me, it's fatal. If it live like you. I'm trying like to like study, and I'm having like constant late nights, and it's hard to wake up. And by the way, I'm not being able to attend your morning classes because of late nights. So
Actually, I highly
It's
suggest
very
that you
useful.
shift that you shift this.
uh,
Well, again, I don't want to sound religious. Well, Baraka is in the morning.
No, yeah. They say so. You know, like I think I need some days to like adapt to this kind of regime. Like I'll sleep early, rise early, right? Go to bed early, rise early, then come here and do those stuff.
And even in English, I mean, the British, the American ones, they say early to bed, early to rise makes them wealthy, healthy, and wise. Yeah, they have this going.
Yes, sir. That's so true. Bro, like I told you, like I'm finding it hard to adapt. So, and I don't have time to adapt. Like wasting some days maybe. So I will just finish my preparation till my exam day. It's late nights. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta try, but this is why I'm.
Have you
not
registered?
No, not yet. But I hope there will be like days. I think.
Please inform me.
Anyway, every day they're taking CG1.
Yes, but in ITP, their seats are running down. So
Yeah,
But-
they're booked
but-
solid, like till the end of August.
Even
That's
September.
just- Even September. Lord.
It's full.
yeah.
Always is full.
Yeah.
British
What about
Council.
British Council guys?
British
They
Council,
might
yeah,
have
we've
it.
actually, I'm happy to inform you
Uh-huh.
that you are, and me as well, so we are official partners of British Council.
Ooh, that's a big step. Congratulations.
And was that the session that we went?
Yeah, you remember that.
Of course.
Yeah.
I remember every, sound, voice of those.
So what does that mean for an
Yeah.
education center when they're officially partners with this?
What does it for me first of all?
Well, basically, if you want to register to this August, we will try to find a seat there.
They'll squeeze you in.
Oh, by the way, is there any differences in registering in IDP and
No difference, no difference, no
the
difference.
same?
Yeah, that's a cliche question. Stay out of it. So,
No, I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know.
did not.
When you didn't know, it's not a cliche.
It's not a cliche. Sundays, hard rest, serious rest. Sundays, then you're crazy busy Monday through Saturday, and
Sundays we have mock tests.
God damn. Not every Sunday. Not every Sunday. Like once a month. Every other Sunday.
Like every Sunday we try to have all the mock tests.
Like when? When was the last time you saw your wife, man? I mean, doesn't she kill you? Like, if I did that, my wife would definitely kill me for sure. I'd be dead. Like you, what? Oh, okay, nice question. Like how do you spare time for your family? Like parents, wife, siblings, whoever.
Yeah, that's a good question actually.
I was thinking about
Let me think about it. Yeah, I try to dedicate my Sundays as well. So basically, mock test is not taking the whole Sunday. So the rest is what I try to spend with my family.
Right. What kind of stuff do you guys do together?
Go out. Yeah. Just have a stroll.
So, Zaman, till when you think you are going to have this kind of busy schedule, the routine, lifestyle? I guess what happened with this now.
Oh, not really, but still, yeah.
When you reach my age, is that where you're going? Like,
I mean, till when you are okay to have this kind of busy life? I mean, how do you say no to meetings? How do you say no to just to go to the cinema, right? I mean, these are stuff that I can, for example, say no to meetings. I gotta have some entertainment stuff at least once in 3 or 4 days, okay? Like 3 or 4 days. I gotta meet at least with him and talk about anything.
yeah, me too.
You know, to be out of our
Routine life.
normal routine life. Yeah.
How don't you get like charged and tense with all this thing?
Yeah.
Or do the gym sessions just help you release all the
It's
tension?
hard as they help, you know, like
They hardly have, yeah.
yeah.
I believe, well, I don't even know how.
You
But
just-
but controlling energy, that's actually a good point that you came up with, and controlling the energy is the most important part, and we should not really waste it towards different stuff. And once it's like messed up, it's difficult to get it back.
So you try to expand energy very carefully and
Yes.
much less than an average person would by not getting too tense or like staying relaxed, stuff like that.
So, can you remember the last time when you say no to an entertainment and did your job or just went to bed because you have
Like tomorrow, like you said,
yesterday? What did you do? Or what did you sacrifice?
my friends wanted to meet me, so I said yeah.
Because they haven't seen you in 2 years.
Well, yeah.
We're
And
starting
then
to get what you look like.
they hopefully, they're like, oh well, we can see you, like, during weddings or funerals. That's it.
Yeah.
They're happy for that.
Yeah, so to be like you, it definitely has to be like this. You should be able to say no and then get your 8.5 miles and then SAT, all those stuff. It's not just happen, right? You sacrifice a lot, as I guess, you know. Yeah, I'm impressed by you. Yeah.
I'd like to get back to that question. I'm sorry to cut you off. The question that you asked and rephrase a little bit. Is there a point in life where you will say to yourself, well, I've done what I wanted, now I can take things easy? Because I have such a point, he has such a point, that when we're there,
Yeah, from like that.
in terms
If
of
you
money,
see my story,
relationships.
my story is okay. Inshallah, it will happen. Like, I mean, anyway, like you see yourself as if you have thought about it, as a rich, wealthy man that you can afford with like Maybach or a big mansion.
It's different for different people.
Yeah.
So what's your point? Do you have that point?
Yes. Like at least being able to travel any day in terms of money. I'm talking about not time. For example, me, I cannot now, but I'm hoping that this day will come, and I will have my staff who can do the job without me, and being able to go there to let myself to have the week off, fly another country, just have a week off, all this stuff. Inshallah, it will happen. And when do you see this? Have you ever thought about it? And when do you see yourself there?
To be honest, I haven't thought about it.
And it's good that you have to Right, from the religious side, right? You just do your work and results are, outcomes are occurring. Yeah, it's incredible. It's the right way. It's the right
So you're
path
happy
forward.
as you are, right? Like in a way, not completely, of course.
Why you say of course?
I mean, no one's completely happy. Are you completely happy? I don't think anyone's completely happy. There's always something lacking, no? There's gotta be something lacking. Otherwise,
For example, well, there was a case like last week. I don't know what happened, and I'm still curious about it. Well, we registered with a student of mine who has this brilliant mind, but for like life student exams, he wanted to apply to Westminster Life Student and study there. And we registered using the website, and everything went smooth. And when the time was up, like when like 23rd of well, is it July?
July.
Yeah, it's July. Yeah. 23rd of July. We looked when we looked at it, there is no any registration.
Just didn't happen.
like on the
It's
last
just-
day,
Yeah,
that was supposed to be the deadline.
it was the deadline
That's not
because
fair.
the next day the exams were held.
Well, that's not
And
like
you did register, but it's not there.
Yeah, so we went to every governmental agency, to authorities who talked about it, and they said, well, basically there is no, and there was no registration, but actually, it actually happened. Yeah, he.
And
You
you
managed to
just
register?
disappeared.
Yeah, we registered on 4th of July, but when we looked at it on 23rd of July, it was not there. So we basically, he lost his spot.
By the way, do you have confirmation from your school? Like, do they give confirmation? Yeah, you got your place.
Yeah,
blah,
which
blah, blah.
which would come out the day before the exam.
Ah,
And we
you
tried
got
to
your
get
email, I
yeah,
guess.
we tried to get this confirmation so that we can show this on the next day of the
Ah,
exam.
just to
Well,
get your
basically,
place, yeah,
it it turned out that he couldn't take the exam and he's still upset.
But it's just like kind of magically, it's not there. That's it, right?
Well, yeah, we registered, and as you might
By the way,
expect it-
isn't it students' duty to register for themselves? You just help, right?
yeah, I just helped them, but still,
So you
well,
blame on me, I guess.
yeah,
What?
yeah, they could blame on me, but still, I don't know what happened. Was there any bug in the system? Maybe, yeah. I mean, anything happens in life, so
yeah.
well, we should try to take it. We shouldn't really take it seriously.
So you say you like from what is this came out this topic like
You were saying about completely be happy.
Yeah.
okay, so this happens then what, like you
Oh yeah. What point were you trying to make?
yes
Yeah, actually, which means that everything can happen in life, so we should not be. There are some things that we can take control of, but there are other things that we cannot really control, and we should admit this latter one and try to improve the former one. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you often get disappointed by exterior facts?
That's what I was trying to communicate to you. Actually, I was disappointed to some extent, but not really hurt. I mean, yeah, I was expecting him to get in the first place because he studied with me like for 2 or 3 years, and he got his IELTS score, which was enough for him to apply and get this 100% correct. And even he, got the IELTS score, and this math section was pretty easy for him.
Oh,
And I was really expecting that he would get like 20 out of 20 questions correct. Well, yeah,
Like most importantly, he was your best student who didn't get registered.
Yes.
This is the most like disappointing.
Yeah.
Plus,
part.
they put blame on me
Yeah.
for not being able to register for him.
Yeah.
The interesting part is he's not taking credit for
Who the hell you were?
yeah. He actually said, "Well, I don't remember that we registered."
Oh yeah, I see.
That must
This
have
is a
stung.
must. This is interesting one. Hey, we
Yes.
were sitting together, hey brother.
Yeah.
And I don't know where.
Nah, he's just a young man yet.
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
He's
Teenager,
still
just like
inexperienced. He's just inexperienced yet, and I believe. Well, there are some students like Muhammad Amin from your group, who's really talkative and he can get to talk to anyone and he can get anything that he wants at his young age. But the student of mine was his age, and compared to him, like his intellectual abilities are better. But when it comes to this, well,
Practical skills.
yeah, practical,
Soft
everyday
skills, right.
soft skills, I believe.
By
he's
the way,
lacking
Muhammad
there.
Ali called me today. Like he broke some stuff in the park. He needed to pay 100K soon to the guys who owns it. Asking me, bro, I don't have like in my card, and I'm on the way. I was on the way to pick you up. I was on the highway, which doesn't have any like ATM, so I could like put put my money cash into the card and send you. It was just impossible. I said, I'm sorry, guys, it's impossible. And he's an interesting guy, Muhammad Amin, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything that happens.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Well, unexpected question given the conditions that we have here.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat and remember.
Yeah.
But I'm
No,
gonna
actually, because you asked, I got hungry now.
Oh, you see? No. Yeah.
Before that, I wasn't really thinking about it. Well, I don't want to sound banal, but
Oh, you want to
But
say the truth?
yeah, but I want to say the truth, so it's kazan kebab.
Oh yeah, that is a wonderful thing, looking good.
Yeah, food
Yes.
stuff is not interesting. Like I'm having a great time about this. I mean about stuff.
Deep
before.
philosophical.
Yeah. I like to see. I like to see myself as a philosopher, not a chef in the kitchen.
Wow, I'm the average street. Okay, I asked the more questions. You asked the sophisticated
Favorite music, favorite film. It's not film, right?
He probably doesn't watch.
You know, like Deep How he says, right? And then
You don't watch films, do you?
On a rare occasion, I do.
Oh, was there a favorite film?
Interstellar.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. Impressively.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I'm more into TV shows, and when I watch one TV show, if I love it, I watch it
Yeah.
again and again, like Saul and House of Cards, all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I watched.
And
I've also watched a lot. I mean, dozens of TV shows.
again, repeat.
No. I mean, House of Cards, as you mentioned.
Doctor
Better
House?
Call Saul.
Have you
Do
seen
you
that?
love?
Doctor House, I tried to watch it, but yeah, it seemed to be interesting.
A little
at
too old
first.
fashioned for your age, I would say.
No, not really, but I really liked it. For example, the moments that he treats his patients, but well, it didn't quite fit my style, I would say. Because if I don't like something, I just completely abandon it.
So, what makes the film interesting?
Not really the cast. I'm not really interested in the cast itself, but the plot, whether there is something special that this TV show can teach me. Whether it is just in terms of language, in terms of ideas, or let's say common knowledge, or basically that stuff. Well, I watched it more than you can imagine, believe me. When I was preparing for the IELTS exam for the first time, I tried to watch all the TV shows non-stop. The first one was, well, I started with Sherlock Holmes, which proved to be ineffective because I didn't really understand anything from his speech. I mean, because it was just my first trial, I would say.
It's too heavy for a first time. I mean.
Yeah, and then I moved on to even heavier one, Peaky Blinders.
Oh,
my God.
yeah. You know, I started watching it and I said, is this bullshit? I don't
This is
understand
not
you guys.
This was actually.
Let's get back. I mean, I'm like, we are in a different path.
I was like this in the first season, but the plot really kept me up. And then once I got to, I got exposed to their accents, like Irish accents, and I started understanding them starting from the second season, basically.
And start talking like that.
No. I actually loved the. I mean, it might seem a bit strange to you, but I watched The Vampire Diaries.
I don't know.
Heard of it. Isn't it like a teen drama type show?
Yeah,
Vampire Diaries, right?
It was like this, and I loved. I watched it basically. I loved it. I loved the plot as well, because back then I was like 15 years old. But I can watch it now as well.
Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, it is
Is
interesting.
it horror as it's called?
No, not horror. It's more like romance, drama.
So, am I understanding correctly? Vampire.
Vampires.
Vampire. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yes, Vampire
Fans.
Diaries.
Human. Alright.
And
That's
then I had to watch this Klaus, the character, the vampire, and I loved his accent. It was the British accent that he's like speaking up. Hello, love. So yeah, and I would imitate him all the day long. Now I don't have this British accent or American accent. I have this Uzbek accent, and actually I love to admit that I have Uzbek accent because yeah, because
That's
that-
natural.
that's
Ah,
natural.
because you're admitting it.
No, not because I'm admitting it, but because it's natural, and I'm not trying to imitate someone. Just because I want to sound like him.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. You don't read books, do you?
I love reading books. I do read books.
Literature.
Literature.
Right, that's great. You should read more. He doesn't read as often as
He
he
should.
should.
Well, so as long as I get my IELTS, I will.
You probably only read the two books by David Collins, right?
Not even to the end, the second one. You know, actually, the first book, what was it called? It's not. I didn't find that interesting. That one. What was it called? The first.
Never heard.
Let me check.
Or can't
Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me.
Can't hurt.
Can't
First
hurt.
one?
No, yeah, first one it's not Can't Hurt Me. The second one Can't Hurt Me.
No. First one's
First
Can't
one's
Hurt
Can't
Me.
Hurt Me.
Second one never finished.
That's brilliant. I love it.
It's an hour 2 minutes. You can keep going. Right?
Yeah, definitely, bro. So you know, like when I think about
But hang on, it's an hour. Like you got how you have time? Like we're talking. You got so much to do and
aren't you
theater.
hating us? So,
No.
Yeah, no, Russ, it's unique experience. We gotta have one. Like it's a it's a memory
Oh yeah.
from us. We're gonna share it with you. You will just watch it some days in your random mornings. You are what you're on, right?
Right.
Yeah, in your 40s. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I remember
It's
this.
worth your late nights and
Yeah.
of course. We are flexible ones. Joe Rogan,
we don't have requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have gotten some drinks, man.
I think
And just water.
I mean it will break our vibe if we just leave here and just go there. And
Oh no, we're not going there.
Just have water.
No,
Just
I'm
take it.
good.
Yeah, but
He reads, huh?
what he doesn't look.
Damn, 21. I mean,
He reads, watch.
he's a robot, man. Like, how can you do all those things and still be happy?
Oh my
Okay.
God. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's yeah. You know, like they say top 1%.
Yeah. You gotta be born like that. You can't
Yes.
acquire it.
It's I'm telling you. So I know you were born like this, right? You didn't acquire any of this stuff from your lifestyle. You know, we're telling you about you read, you watch, you train, you know math, English, you teach even in Westminster. I would kill for the job for that job, for example. Like I would be the happiest in this world if I had like position from there.
Believe me, here you get more paid than there.
Oh really? No, yeah, of course it's great, but you know you still have those kind of experiences, so you should be born like that.
Like, are there any teachers in your family? You the first?
Oh, no, actually, Oh, my grandpa used to teach, native language mother tongue.
Oh, so there was one.
Yeah, but I do believe that it's not really related here.
Good
Yeah.
question. Are you a strict teacher?
Sure. Yeah, believe me.
What
I mean,
about
there were students because whom I had to explain, and I still do. For example, today the guy came, and because he didn't do his homework, I didn't let him, and that's it.
And you make him to do his homework here, and then you're gonna and you are still now for the day. You're gonna day off because of your
Yeah,
non.
you just have to show that, well, you're putting all the effort, because, well, from my side I'm putting all the effort, and you should show this that they should do the same at least. If you're not putting the same effort, how can you demand it from your student?
So was that group kind of IELTS group or SAT group, higher level group?
Yes.
Because it's hard to work like this with general English.
No, it's easy actually. So, well, basically, what I suggest is if they miss any homework, first of all, you have to phone the parents yourself. Yourself, not the
Admin.
not the admin, but yourself, because then you can get in touch with them, and once some detail is missing, let's say the homework is not completed, and or he's misbehaving generally, then you can basically not threaten, but point out that you are able to phone his parents.
Yeah. I mean, just show some strength, you mean, right?
Yeah, throw it out there. It's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like, keep her his parents updated, and then you are on the like safer side because you let them know, and now they know, and you just he's not doing that, and because his results or her results may be bad, and I let you know it's not because of my like teaching style. It's just he's not doing his job. Firstly,
Yes. Yeah, that's also
safe
the
side
thing.
and the rise boom, I would say.
Yeah, if parents are well responsive, but most of them are not.
Yeah.
I mean, by responsive, I mean they will take action, but most of them don't.
Yes.
Still, you're letting them know, and yeah, that's actually a good point that I haven't thought about. That you're putting yourself into a safe haven. In this case, you're able to mitigate the risk of him not being not being able to get the score that he wanted or the results that he wanted. But that's not the main point. The main point is that you're working and collaborating with them so that you go and achieve the results that you and your student aim to get.
Sure.
That's it. Putting a safe haven is like second peripheral advantage that you might have.
That's a wise decision, Brazil. That's
Okay, staying on the topic of teaching, I'd like to ask how you got into it, because he never set out to be a teacher. I never set out to be a teacher, although my dad was a Russian teacher. We kind of were, I don't know, we drifted into it. I was kind of forced into it, like
because of our love to English.
probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why and how did you become a teacher?
Well, actually, I used to be a lawyer, as I mentioned, and then I got the certificate of accountancy, a national certificate of being an official and professional accountant in the ninth grade. Yes.
And what?
In
You
ninth grade.
became a certified accountant.
Ninth grade, you were an accountant.
Yes.
What were you
Yeah.
doing in ninth grade?
Top one.
Wow. Okay. All right. That was.
So, which means I was able to work as an accountant, and as I did. But this work seemed to be a bit monotonous. Although I'm an introverted person, I used to be that guy who was sitting in the back and never talked to anyone.
No, you were that guy.
Yeah, I was that guy. Yeah,
I recognize
Right.
No, but I had like the whole class. I was friends with the whole class, but still I wasn't really showing one, and I didn't. Well, when I had to again read the poem or learn by heart that poem, I was really shy one. when it came to speaking in front of the audience or just communicating my knowledge or ideas to the whole group of people. But then, again, life happens for us, not to us. Basically, it turned out that the way that I became a teacher, but I also had an experience in working in logistics. And I hated
American logistics?
American logistics, and I hated it. Why? Because I didn't see any, well, not just future, but any meaning in that.
Well, how long did you work?
2 months.
Oh yeah, we just realized it. I mean, we figured it out. Me and him, I
In
think.
a couple of years.
It took us 5 years. It took it for you 2 months. This is our difference.
Not 5, 2.5. We were like you worked a bit longer than me, right? Oh yeah, it took you longer. I quit.
Yeah, it was 5 years.
5 years.
It was 5 years.
Did you know that he has a logistics background?
Yeah.
We talk.
We talked around the water cooler for a few seconds. So you just the answer is you kind of just became a teacher.
Yeah.
You just-
Basically, what happened is we got our first certificate. I mean, we got into the IELTS exam for the first time, and we got our first certificate of 7. At that time, it was fantastic. I mean,
How old were you then? Like 10th grade, 11th grade? We talked
10th grade.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 10th grade. Yeah.
7. Damn,
They
that's
used to
pretty
license when you
Yeah.
license colleges now.
I studied in Westminster last year.
You were there.
Yeah.
So you are best guy from the initial point, right?
Well, actually, again, that's an interesting point because I didn't want to study at Westminster. I never had an intention to study at Westminster, but because of my background, I competed in math Olympiads, and I won the 3rd place in the Tashkent. In Tashkent. So, which means, I mean, it was not. It didn't happen just once. It happened in 4 consecutive years.
Wow.
So, well, but I knew that the 1st and 2nd place were bribed.
Oh yeah.
Although I was really depressed at that time because I mean, we're not emotionally mature at that time, and well,
You took it seriously, right?
For sure,
It's
for
a
sure,
failure,
for
right?
sure,
Yeah.
it was a failure. It was a failure. Although I competed at, and I tried to defend Mirzalovbek's district. I studied there. Mirzalovbek district. I was from there every year, and still, they didn't treat me well. First of all, I had to wait for my results from morning till let's say 8 p.m. I was there. We passed the exam, and we had to wait there for like 8 p.m. so that we can appeal. We could appeal, and if we went and we came the next day, we wouldn't be able to appeal.
Oh, that was so strict rules, right? On the same day you got a bill, no matter if it's
Yes.
8 p.m.
Oh,
9
yeah, I
p.m.
remember those rules.
It's well, I mean, him and myself also were in Olympics. Is it called Olympiads?
Olympiads, right?
Olympiads. Yeah. And the same stuff happened, and like we were offered the position 1st or 2nd, so that I could get my 3rd place from university. It was asked like several $1,000s to win.
Yeah.
And I would say like they would be like wise investments for the future, right? You get your place, good place from solid universities like diplomacies there, where you release, like law institute, university.
So you get to 7 and you say, hey, this is a good score, good enough score to start teaching.
Well, actually, we took it with 2 of my friends. There were 3 of us. All of us got 7. Interestingly. I mean, the interesting part is that on the listening part, we would always get like 9, 8.5. In the exam, we got 7.5. Why? In part 1, for example, the answer for the 7th question, everyone was confused at that time. Because in part 1, for example, let's imagine there were 3 of us, and you got, let's say, orange, I got microwave,
Okay.
and he got glasses. The same situation happened for the 7th question in part 1. So listening was dreadful. I mean, that's why we got 7.5s in the first exam. So, which means we were all disappointed. We were all disappointed because first my writing was not favorably assessed because I got 6. I never got 6 in writing. Although, actually I have to mention this one. For the first time when I entered the mock exam in speaking, I got 5 for speaking. But in the real exam, it turned out to be 6.5, which was a tremendous improvement, I would say.
Yeah.
And so did the exam. But then we just took our certificates like the day after the release of the results, and we just strolled through all the education centers they were. And we went into Cambridge International, and they said, well, you have to fill in the resume, and then you have to send this shit and this shit, and we could never agree on terms with them. So, because of our inexperience and seemingly, well, the seeming, yes, immaturity, but well, I would say that we were mature enough for our age.
How old were you when you got your stuff?
11, 15.
No, 10,
10,
10,
10.
15 or 16, 16. Yeah.
Actually, they aren't allowed to hire you.
Yeah.
From 18, they got to fire, I guess.
Could you
Yeah,
find a
not
place
fire,
that-
hire.
Yes, we found the place. I actually found the place in the center of, Tilwan. So there was this education center, big one, but now it's closed down again. Actually, the person, the owner, was a wealthy businessman, and just because this competitive market just broke him. I mean, he was really wealthy, and he is still. But the situation in the education center happened the way that, it was just shut down for the financial reasons and all the other reasons of not getting enough students, not having, let's
Just
say,
to make money.
yes, basically. And then we went there, they accepted us, and we worked like, for 500 students for the first month, I believe.
For 500,000.
For 500,000
Nice
students.
start. Yeah.
Yeah. And we realized, and then the next month we got 1 million, I believe. Right. And what happened is the director was not quite responsible one because he didn't give the salary at all for 3 consecutive months. But still, we continued to work. I believe he hasn't still paid out.
Wow.
Well, I'm not asking him. I mean,
Hey,
no.
don't you mind if I switch jobs at AC?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's how you got into teaching. And do you come off as a kind of guy who does things because they need to be done, because they will lead to a certain outcome, which means to me that finding enjoyment in what you do is not a big factor. To what extent is it true?
It is a big factor, I would say. Well, when I don't like the job and I don't see, well, actually, enjoyment is not the first step. When I don't see the first thing, which is growth there, because for example, in logistics, I didn't see that.
Like you need to get better at that job as you do it. That's what you mean by growth?
Yeah. Easy.
And you saw that in teaching?
Probably, yeah.
And do you like literally, do you physically enjoy being in the classroom, talking to the students,
Sometimes.
being strict? That's sometimes we all do, you know. Sometimes when you have a great class, everything goes smooth, you're flowing.
Yeah.
I love those, but you can hardly have those kind of classes every day.
But still, you should just enjoy that, what you have. So,
You
and
should keep
you-
going till you get those classes.
basically, yes. What I've understood from my experience I believe it's not that huge experience, but still like 3 years only. No, not 3 years actually. It's already 5 years. More than 5 years since I'm teaching. Well, yeah, I can surely say that you should be able to make those poor classes good at least, not the great one, so that there will be good students who will become great.
Right.
You got the point.
Yeah. See, but still, that sounds like hard work. That sounds like.
Yeah, because those poor classes are the most difficult and dreadful ones. They're just emotionally draining, you know.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you might experience this one as well, because when you're teaching, they just tend not to pay attention, or just they're misbehaving because they're not really interested in what you're doing, although you're putting
Yeah.
all the effort, all the toil, all the sweat that you have, so that they will be somehow better. But generally speaking, if you have those classes and make them good, it's more difficult to make poor classes good than making good classes great.
Yeah.
Mm.
Totally. I agree. Yeah. Wow.
So, the process of opening series, where did the encouragement come? Like, you just wanted to try, or you were like hopeful that it should?
Yeah, basically there were 6 of us again. If I have to come back to this topic, there were 6 of us, and
So you just so think about opening it when, like, you were just sitting and on the same desk with this guy. Hey, let's open this.
actually it was not my initiative. It was not my initiative. It
Mm.
was my friend's initiative, and he was my best friend actually, and he is still hopefully.
Yeah.
Call me.
I'm gonna ask him again next year when I see him.
Yeah, continue. It's
Basically.
interesting.
Yeah, it was his initiative, and when we opened it, it was not worse. The structure itself was not this good actually.
Oh.
Yeah, but the entrance was from that side, from here.
Whoa.
Well, we changed a lot, and this here.
So entrance was from a room, right?
No, we had that door as well.
I'm
That-
telling
that
you,
glass door.
you first
no,
entered
no,
to
no,
the
no,
room,
no, no.
and then you just covered this one.
Yeah, actually, it was the different.
Oh, right.
This one was a room.
Oh,
this part.
that sounds interesting. Yeah, I mean, knowing history of your workplace. Okay. So then, like, you begin like, you, for example, with documentation. You first began the process, then you did the paperwork, or before doing it. It's also important
Yeah.
case in our country. First, you set up a business. You
No, no,
begin
no,
it.
no.
If it works, then you do
No,
paperwork.
First the paperwork. Of
First.
course, to have this, because this is on rent, it still is.
No.
Well, we have to pay the rent, and the landlord required us to make the documentation.
Alright, yeah.
That's what we did.
How long did it take for you to say, oh, finally, I am making some money from this place?
It's still difficult to say.
Alright, yeah.
It depends what month you ask. Probably.
Yeah, probably, but still, it is difficult to say. So, because the rent is not the small amount here.
So, what are you hoping then? Why not like? Oh, by the way, my question. So, as you mentioned, this place is open for 4 years or 5 years? 3 years. I see you have thought about not working yourself and hiring more teachers, and you pay attention to the structure,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
That's what I'm gonna do. Because
well, like now, I mean, or you just don't want it, or you just haven't popped up with this one, you just didn't came across with this one. Or what?
well, yeah, I actually think about it. And I'm hopeful that starting from this academic year, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, the reason is because most of the students, firstly, finding a teacher is their really big deal. Because some of them might be suitable, but finding good ones, not
Yeah.
only those who are good in professional terms, but good in like values that you want to see in them. For example, there was a guy, if you remember, Rusboy.
Yes, yes, I do. It's impossible to
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm saying that he
forget.
was.
You are mocking him, I know.
Hmm?
I mean, I understand you are not mocking. You want to
Yeah.
set an example, right?
Yeah. I'm not mocking him. I'm not saying anything bad about him. But when it comes to his values, I didn't really like it because you still know the person when you talk to him a bit at least. That's why we didn't. You asked probably, and I said, well,
Me?
yeah. You asked.
I didn't
where
ask
is-
about him.
you asked about him.
Really?
Yeah, you asked
Oh.
about him. Like when 1 month passed, you asked about him. Well, where is Uzbek? And I said, well, there were some reasons. And actually, I had to send him no to this job.
What was his problem if it's not a secret?
Yeah, okay, let's not talk about it.
What I didn't see in this guy, because we had some mock lessons, he was monotonous.
It's like it's in professional terms that you're talking about.
Oh, right.
Yeah, of course. These professional terms can be improved, but values are not. They won't change. Yeah, something like that. And basically, I'm hopeful that this year, and the good news is hopefully that we will hire more teachers, as you said, and I'm in the process of it. But the problem is when you're in this operation, it's difficult to escape. Like we're in the squirrel in the, how do we call this, in the circle, it was just running and well, when you stop,
The whole wheel stops.
yeah, the whole wheel stops, and that's kind of difficult to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, with minor steps, you gotta have, you gotta improve your position from less teaching to not teaching, but focusing only on the structure,
Yes.
focusing on the performance of teachers that you hired and how you could improve. And yeah, I mean, from business
Yes.
perspective, and
Yes.
you know it better than me, of
Yes.
yeah, I see. Because I see you like you are reasonable man. You have rational decisions, and I tell. I mean, I used to ask from Ali. I mean, he knows you better than me, and I asked why he still didn't have like these kind of structures that he doesn't teach. He just manages. As this place is open for 3 years, and anyway, you gotta have that position so that you could work on the process more, and it should bring more positive results than your act in teaching and your role in teaching. Like managing is a another stuff. It's a bigger thing than teaching. I would
Yes.
say, right?
Not true. It's both yes and no. Well, teaching is a big thing because, well, conducting a lesson and being able to have great results from having poor results is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because, well,
That's a long
I mean, as long as the teacher works on himself,
Of course.
then, like, for example, I actually wanted to share this one with you today. And, well, when you work on yourself, the quality of your students will become better. I don't know why.
It's just natural.
Yeah, naturally happens.
Yes,
I don't know that there is such kind of tendency that students with a better foundation, better background, or even those who are beginners, but they still are passionate about learning, enthusiastic, and they will try to make your process of teaching better and much easier, as long as you
Because
develop
you
your
give energy.
Yes.
It's just spiritual one. You give energy. When you are energized, your students are motivated, are encouraged. They love the lessons. They start doing something according as you do, as you improve yourself. It just happened. Yeah. I noticed it.
Yeah.
I mean, the lesson difference. There are big difference between the lessons that you prepared a lot and you just didn't prepare. It happens systematically. A big difference.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he knows it better. He knows it much better because, as I know, he is at work 2 hours. Earlier than his
Yeah,
lessons, and he
yeah.
prepares a lot. It's a great stuff.
And managing is also difficult because you have to work with people. Again.
Oh, these people.
Yeah. So there's social creatures that we have to endure for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, we have to endure.
Basically, you'll have to meet the needs of all the stuff that you have. I don't really want to call them stuff. I mean, I call them better my team because stuff is something temporary, but in my opinion, is more like a permanent and fundamental stuff compared to, let's say,
Of course,
stuff.
does include
Yeah.
something unusual.
For example, when the the organization grows, the team grows, but not the stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, when you say team, you're including yourself
Yeah.
in the group.
Alright.
Whereas when you say staff, you're detaching yourself.
Yeah,
You're kind
kind
of
of.
That's
supervising.
good. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. Shall we wrap this up? Like, you must be tired.
Yeah,
Have some
it
questions.
was. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I didn't think it. I mean, I will be interested in that much, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised that we had this kind of successful session. It is
So, yeah,
incredible,
Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you.
was
The
wonderful.
topics were
Talk to-
wonderful.
yeah.
Your answers, your life was wonderful to listen.
Yeah, I mean, he would go on if I didn't stop him. He clearly has energy for another hour, and you would never give up. You would try to match and go, but I'm tired, so. And I'm 31. You have to take pity on me. I'm 31. 2 kids. Life is hard. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing, my dear.
Thank you for having me.
So, what about your opinion about this kind of podcast? You know, like, these are great, right? Sitting with a person who shares the same interest,
Yeah, for sure.
the same like job, and what you do. That's great, right? To talk about all this stuff.
Yeah. But actually, we also have the idea. It's not. We didn't want to post it with my friend. He's also into literature. He's this not philosophical. I wouldn't say philosophical, but I love arguing with him. I love arguing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have people whom I disagree with, whom I rarely meet, to be, frankly speaking, I love to argue with him on different points. Of course, they are not that big, huge things because our values are, aligned to most extent. But basically, for example, he read the Peace and War and Peace. Have you read it?
What the
Leo
heck?
Tolstoy.
Leo Tolstoy.
Yeah, I read it.
That book is like
let's stop.
2 million pages long.
Yeah, we read it.
How many pages is it?
I don't know, like.
For one
a
book,
lot.
there are 4 tomes, four chapters, and all of them included it no, more.
No, a couple of thousand.
Yeah.
God.
And you finished 4 of them?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we argued about Alexander Volkanovsky and Bezukhov, their interaction, because I'm more like Bezukhov and he wants to be Volkanovsky, but actually he sees me more like Volkanovsky. That's the argument. That's the argument that we always have, whether he made the correct decision or not, and that's the stuff we wanted to bring up together, just to have this peaceful hour or 2,
Yeah.
which we barely have.
That would be wonderful to watch. Like, you two arguing.
Yeah, actually, I love that process. When we argue, because again, I don't argue with a lot of people.
What's your language of communication with that friend?
Any language?
And you read War and Peace in Russian?
Yeah, and I read it when I was in 9th grade, basically.
So, the reason why we started this stuff, we used to talk about any stuff in English with Tom, and we said, hey, why not just film all of this conversation?
Memories.
Memories, and maybe someone finds it interesting. It's not for someone; it's just for ourselves, first of all. And what I want to say with this is, you also think about it with your friend. Just, we may be just sitting and not recording all of this stuff, but we are doing it and we are enjoying it. Still would be without the recording, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I
if
have a
you-
lot of friends. I mean, a lot of interesting friends. A lot of
yeah,
them. Like,
you got to think about it.
So we got our
We
list
got
full.
our-
Yeah,
Give me
yes,
the list.
Give me the list, man.
yeah, the first one. I mean, the one who I argue with a lot. I mean, we don't argue on some personal stuff. We argue because we love it.
Yeah.
Because we have some different ideas
Mm.
on some sophisticated topics. Not the general topics. The general topics are more like, well, the same for both of us. But when it comes to sophisticated stuff, for example, well, I don't want to talk about it. For example, about politics, we can talk about any stuff. History, politics, because we're not that bad at this stuff as well. I love history. I love
Yeah.
history. And well, when we talk about it, different topics came out that we might have not thought about yet.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, yeah, when you meet, when you just talk, these brilliant, great ideas come. I mean, you just don't wake up with those ideas. You should have some time. For example, we were on the way our half our mountains, and then like after 3 or 4 hours talks, we got this idea, just recording all of this stuff. And what I mean is, all these kind of brilliant ideas takes time to come. You just don't meet and you have this kind of idea. Hey, like let's do this one. It takes time. I mean, right? You gotta be in that mood first of all.
For sure. Yeah. Plus, I would say that talking is never superior to writing. Writing those ideas when you have them is better. That's my personal suggestion. If you like want to expand on those ideas, is to write those ideas, because when writing, you're more, well, you're free to yourself, and you can write anything. It doesn't mean that a second person is listening and will probably judge you based on what you're saying. I mean, well, I'm not trying to act on the camera now as well. I'm like, but still, there is still bias in psychology as well. We call it cognitive bias. When we are talking to someone on camera and we think, we call it spotlight effect. We're under the spotlight. People tend to show something that they might not have basically. And well, when we're writing, we're just ourselves.
No one's watching.
No one is watching. No one is
Being
listening. Right?
Yeah.
We're being ourselves, and we can express all the ideas, and we can open up what we have inside us. That's something that I have to continue practicing. I'm trying to practice it.
So you journal. You have a diary or something?
I wouldn't call it a journal, a diary, but yeah.
Yeah, stuff you
How
write
you
down.
come back in like this practice or
At night,
writing?
at night. Well, before going to bed, I just have some time. A lot. 5 minutes.
What do you write about?
Anything.
About your day? Or
Nah, about my days, something.
That's
not
what teenagers.
That's really monotonous and dullish stuff. But I would like write something that I've learned today,
Alright.
because the next day you might forget it, or the thing that I'm grateful for.
Do you ever go back and read those?
Sometimes, yeah.
And
Not all.
do you write in like virtually in like Word or in your phone, or do you actually use your pen?
I used to use my pen, but now because of again this time, I don't want to sound busy. I don't really want to sound busy. Really, yeah. But
Yeah.
I have to make it on phone.
Yeah, I get you.
But writing on pen is better, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I'm not that interesting, believe me. I'm not that
You
interesting
think
person.
so?
No, that's not because I'm
think
the,
what you think. We don't agree.
well,
You're missing whatever
well,
you say.
because if I bring up the next person, I mean my friend, then by comparison, he'll be more interesting in my opinion because, well, he has some controversial points,
Oh, by the way, having a guest that most of us don't know makes it much more interesting, I guess, even for us.
But well, then
Introvert.
my personal take would probably be that you have to prepare a bit for talking to that guest.
I mean, my thoughts are true when your friend or another guest accepts our questions in a positive way, like,
For sure,
hey,
for sure, for
why
sure.
the hell
No,
are
no,
you
no, no.
interested in my personal life? This
I
kind of-
mean, none of my friends are like this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I
that's-
believe that most of them are already mature, and most of them are married, and I believe that this circle doesn't take it personally.
That's good.
I
That's
mean,
good.
there is a circle that takes personally, but
Yeah.
you have to be in both.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Well, it's definitely an evening to remember. Yeah, it's impossible to forget because it's recorded. So,
Unless it's deleted.
yeah.
Yes.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it, man. Honestly.
Well, alright then. Everybody home?
Think
Yeah.
it's-
Looking forward to the next one with most probably what's that friend's name?
Joe.
Maybe Joker, right?
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, we're coming. Brace yourself. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you were the most, I guess, you will be and you are for now the most incredible guest we ever had. Incredible guest, right? That's great, that was great, honestly.
Yeah. Well. Okay then. It's a wrap.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
see you next. Who is watching us? Stay